Here are the fight results for UFC Fight Night Isreal Adesanya versus Nassourdine Imanov. And in the co-main event, we have Sharaputdin Magomedov versus Michael Page in Saudi Arabia. Also fighting on the main card is Sergey Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Michael Venom Page backed up his talk against Sharaputdin Magomedov, proving today that Michael Page is the better fighter, handing Sharaputdin Magomedov his first loss in MMA. Here's Michael Page with what he had to say before the fight with Sharaputdin Magomedov.
Very simply, he called out a friend of mine, Izzy, claiming to be the best striker. And I was like, I'll happily prove you wrong before you even get a chance to fight my boy. So that's it. Well, I always say this, I'm a fan as much as I am a fighter in it. And you know, every fan can look at this fight and they'll feel exactly the same way that I'm feeling. And it is pure excitement. It's like, well, when these two exceptional strikers come together, what's gonna happen? And it is just that. Like, for me, I'm seeing it from a slightly different angle of like, not just what's gonna happen, how am I gonna overcome this? And just that challenge, you know, it boils a certain fire of excitement inside me to wanna, you know, obviously just train hard to get to this point, and then just make it happen.
Here's what the MMA community had to say about MVP Michael Venom Page beating Sharaputdin Magomedov. Renato Macchiano posted on X, "Easy decision for MVP. Master of distance, but too old. He would be very competitive if he got in the UFC 10 years ago." Derek Lewis posted on X, "I would hate to fight MVP." Ben Askren posted on X, "MVP just a little faster, which means he is winning almost every exchange. 2018 MVP." Terrence McKinney finished Damir Hadzovic via TKO with the elbow strikes and ground and pound, 2 minutes in the first round. Terrence McKinney is hoping to get into the top 15 after his next 2 fights in the UFC. Here's Terrence McKinney after the fight after TKOing Damir Hadzovic.
I knew he would be a little bit nervous, so we wanted to take advantage of that, be in his face and then get him nervous and get him to start swinging big. And I was able to find a counter left cross, a right hand, and then that was the end of the fight right there. He started shooting and we just took advantage from there. Just humbling myself, listening to my coaches, trusting my teammates, trusting everyone around me, and most importantly, just staying humble and know that this is not my doing, but all God's doing. I want 2 more victories and a shot at the top 15 where I know I could be. And most importantly, just being a man that my kids can look up to and loving my wife and stop being a slut and really just buckling down and being a champion on and off the mat.
Here's Dana White on who won the Fight Night bonus at UFC Fight Night, Adesanya versus Imanov.
Bogdan Imanov, and the fight of the night was Nurmagomedov and Oliveira. They all won $50,000. Congratulations to them.
Here's Dana White on how Isreal Adesanya looked tonight.
I thought Izzy looked incredible right up until he got caught. Looked good, was picking him apart, staying on the outside. Takedown defense was incredible. Chopping that calf kick, you know, the whole first round. He couldn't have had a better first round, and then he got caught.
Here's Dana White on how it is to fight Michael Venom Page.
Yeah, I think that you know, you have to be aggressive with Page. It's a weird situation to be in fighting him because he's a counter striker, and you know, he sort of sits back, waits for you to, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Alex Pereira was rooting for Isreal Adesanya to win and watching the fight with his watch party. Nassourdine Imanov hit Adesanya with the overhand right, stunning him, followed up with the uppercut, dropping Isreal Adesanya. Here's what the MMA community had to say about Isreal Adesanya getting knocked out by Nassourdine Imanov. Khabib Nurmagomedov posted, "Just wow, Imanov. My congratulations. What a performance." Bilal Muhammad posted, hate to see Izzy lose back-to-back on X. Ariel Hawani posted, "Wow, Imanov TKOs Adesanya in the second, but not without some controversy. Izzy got poked, told Goddard he was good, and didn't take any time. 10 seconds later, he gets dropped with the right and loses," posted on X. Renato Moicano posted, "Unbelievable. Hashtag UFC Saudi Arabia." Angela Hill posted, "Boo that stoppage." The MMA Guru posted, "Clean overhand from Imanov. Puts Isreal Adesanya out cold. Hashtag UFC Saudi Arabia. Clean second round finish from Nassourdine Imanov. Tough for Izzy moving forward. He might call it a quits here." Here's Adesanya speaking after losing the fight to Imanov.
Disappointing my fans, my team. My team feel proud of me because of the work I put into this. But yeah, it's just the thrill and agony. Only a privileged few will ever get to this point and understand. To be able to feel something so great, but also feel something so deep and so, and again, it's a lovely game, but it's a stupid game at the same time.
Adesanya reacts while watching him get knocked out, letting everyone know he's still alive.
Already just rested from the thing. Yeah. Fair game. Fuck. Niggas in the fucking stripper splits.
One shot to kill a legend. Go.
I'm still alive. Oh, that's how the game goes.
Here is what Adesanya had posted after the fight on X. Isreal Adesanya posted, "As real as it gets, at UFC, rolled the dice, snake eyes, I'll be back, gonna get some milk." Demetrius Johnson lets us know his thoughts on how the fight could play out and also reacts to Adesanya getting knocked out.
Izzy, I'm be a fanboy right now. Izzy should beat their bricks off this guy. As long as Izzy doesn't get caught backtrailing and going backwards and lateral and slips up, this should be a very, very clean fight. And Nassourdine can shock the world. If Nassourdine just goes out there and just get on Izzy and just right hand down the pipe, then it could be a long night for Izzy. But let's see what happens. Oh! No! Get up, Izzy! Get up!
Sergey Pavlovich won via decision versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Even though the fight was kind of boring, it was a much needed win after a 2-loss streak for Pavlovich. 15-0 Claressa Shields is back fighting 5-0 Dainele Perkins in her hometown Flint, Michigan. Shields is defending her WBC and WBF heavyweight titles while fighting for the vacant WBO and IBF crowns against Dainele Perkins at the Dort Federal Event Center in Flint, Michigan. Khabib's younger cousin Usman Nurmagomedov came very close versus Paul Hughes to retain his lightweight championship title. 19-0 Usman Nurmagomedov and Paul Hughes was the last fight for the Bellator and will go down as one of the best fights in Bellator history. Bellator will officially merge with the PFL. Bogdan Grad finished Lucas Alexander on his debut fight via TKO with ground and pound and elbow strikes. Heavyweight Shamil Gazis finished Thomas Peterson by a walk-off knockout at UFC Fight Night Adesanya versus Imanov. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.